start recording button as well. Which is interesting because it was working fine for most of the week. Okay. So where we last left off, the party having pressed down here into the next floor, proceeded to try and sort out the crystals, these gems here that seen in the south of the room that you currently stand in. Beginning with this ruby, finding a construct down below, surrounded by a handful of similarly colored torches. Dragging these heavy stone torches to the point and bunking the crystal with it, drew the power, and now has your blue crystal charged by yourselves and the red crystal currently powered. As you were settling down to take a nap, you all had a vision. One that filled you with not so much rage, but murderous desire. And this was about where Leah's internet had pooped out.
Correct.
So she missed it. So this is going to be new for her. Witnessing somewhere in a snowy field a handful of individuals. Some you could make little details out of as they were curled up in bedrolls, but two figures tending to armor what looked to be a human at a glance, a horned individual with white skin, and off to the side another humanoid, possibly half-elven figure, sipping from what looks like a flask.
That sounds about right.
And when you woke, there was anger.
Anger focused on
the desire to kill. Less anger. Seems like we will have a Shiko here shortly.
I hate sleeping in these rooms. Let's get moving. You can even call it sleep.
To reiterate for those who may have forgotten what the map is describing, the Western Hall is where you had gone down to fight the construct, and that's as far as you had explored. The Eastern Hall is a stone bridge over a chasm with a constant flow of wind and an incredibly slick surface leading to an iron door. There remains two unlit crystals, an emerald and a citrine.
What did I do?
So when we get up, I'd like to cast aid, targeting myself, Petra, and Shiko.
Okay.
So each gain 5 maximum HP.
That's okay, I don't want AIDS.
Not an acceptable joke.
Let's see, any spells for me? I have 3. Nah, I think I'm good.
So back when we fought those golems, there was a hall down that way. One came running from down there. I don't know if there are more golems, but I at least want to know what's down that way.
It did kind of mess us up something fierce, though. So ideally, don't want to deal with another one of those.
My thought is that there's a decent chance they went inert when we put the power into the plate here.
You haven't checked.
I mean, I'm willing to risk somebody's life to go down and check. I'll follow. No takers?
I suppose I would be the one who would do that. Unless
Then
you're looking to be stealthy.
Which way are you looking to go?
back down the hallway with the sides you don't want to touch.
I'll go
I mean, I didn't think it would actually work, but I mean, I can go first. I'm good at finding traps.
The clearing of the throat there at the end was just. Alright, so who's proceeding? Please take the lead.
I'm impatient, I go.
Okay. Well, as you expect, I'm assuming being very careful to not touch the sides.
Yeah, I don't
After seeing Shiko's explosive reaction to the empowerment.
I'll remind them as well, just to try and be safe.
Okay. Arriving, sure enough, you do find the golem mid-swing and inert.
Hey, look there.
Where you see off there by the hall, here she go. The other collapsed pieces of the golem that you had actually defeated.
Hi.
Aid has been cast on you. Ask Kite for the specifics.
Is there any like central magical cord that's still left to this golem? I think I tried to look through it somewhat, but then we had the other one coming.
The one laying on the ground?
Pieces. Yes.
There is what appears to be a glass-like perfect sphere with a crack running down the middle of it.
Is it clear or is it red?
With your current vision, it's clear.
Okay. How big is it? I'll pick it up and take it with me, but I'm curious.
It's about the size of a torso.
Oh, never mind. No. I will head down the hall then. I will tread lightly looking for traps.
Okay. Stepping into that hallway, the first thing you note is that the room mimics itself. Let me get that drawn up here on our map drawing window. Though much smaller. And I'm just going to draw some X's where you see them. And one more here. 4 more inert golems.
Oh, the supply room.
At a glance, let's get to the right tool here. It does look like there was supposed to be more in this little area here. There's what looks to be some sort of pedestal in its place where they're missing.
Oh.
Also, now the room looks like a three-headed alien who's very sick. Or three-eyed alien. Y'all are welcome.
Remember, if we encounter more of these things, let's try to draw out their power. Deal with them quickly.
I think ever since we enabled the red light, I hope that they're not going to come alive. Otherwise, we're doomed. More so than we already are. Looks at his rib cage.
Yeah, I wouldn't think that there would be more of different colors, but for the fact that we haven't seen some, or they could just be wandering around elsewhere. But just trying to point stuff out as I see it. I'm gonna take a good look at the floor and then cross, watching them for any sign of awareness of movement.
Can I investigate the one down here to try and
Absolutely.
see how its magic works?
It would be an arcane. Arcana check. Now, is this a quick and dirty assertion? As your party keeps moving forward?
Nah, I'm just gonna study it for a bit while they walk ahead.
Okay. So there is, as previously mentioned, when Morris took a closer look at the collapsed golem, a like 2-foot diameter, perfect sphere of this clear glass material, resting in the chest that on the ones that were active, glowed with the power, the color, the flame, what have you. So supposedly either a battery or power source of some sort, as best you can tell. You don't catch any glyphs or runic writing as you run your eyes over the construct. But you do catch them on the floor where these creatures or these constructs stand.
Can I tell what they mean?
Charging. This is where you plug your phone in.
So it's a charging pad.
Pretty much. As far as Morris, with your 11 investigation for traps, you are feeling fairly confident that there are none. With your 13 perception, you can see in the middle two columns of the room you're in what looks to be about ankle-high stone lines running across.
I will stop people behind me and try to take a closer look. Try not to move from my spot starting out. Check the floor, check the ceiling, check the walls.
There are no holes in the walls at a glance, nothing in the ceiling. But again, this is where your passive gets you.
So if I'm focusing more on this, is it investigation for traps or is it perception?
If you're looking to poke around physically, it'd be investigation. If you're looking to look around, it'd be perception.
I'd like to use my eyes first to hopefully not set it off.
Get a little else than what you've already seen.
Okay. Lift my fingers, wipe my dust off my boots, get ready for whatever I'm going to set off. And I continue on.
Alright, I need dexterity save when you cross the first line. As from the north, a bolt of green energy slams southwards. You go tumbling across. I need one more for the next line, and that one catches you as you get all the way across. Get on the right screen here. Taking only 2 points of force damage.
Since those bolts looked magical, I'm going to guess that they're going to keep firing. I think if you break the lines, maybe if you said they were about knee high?
Ankle high.
Ankle high.
The bolts themselves that flew across, one hit you about calf high, the next one caught you in the chest. The calf high one you barely dodged.
Magical trip line.
Yeah, if you go over it, maybe, then you don't have to worry about it. I want to go over to the wall, like on the north, and just, I don't know if there's something on the floor, or I'll grab something out of my pack just to cover the trip line and hold it there to see like if it triggers, but then it only fires once and it's done.
So kind of like trying to poke a stick at it,
Yeah,
so to speak.
like cross the trip line and keep something there in the way.
Okay. Easy enough to find a bit of debris, which you realize is a broken piece of golem. And as you are able to hold it out, you're able to do so for one of the 2 lines. Welcome back, Rowan.
Is like the piece big enough where I can try to just prop it up against the wall?
If you're very careful.
Well, at least I'm trained in it, but I'm not super good at sleight of hand. I mean, I am good. I just can't roll worth anything.
So as tenderly as you're able, you nudge the piece into place and hope that it'll do what you want.
And so when the trip line is covered, crossed, nothing happens?
With that piece, nothing happens.
Okay. Well, it could be done and have to reset. Or well, I would say it checks for something living, but that's not true. I don't know.
Living.
Mm-hmm.
You should walk in front of it.
I already did. I'm on the other side where we need to get to. I mean, you might be able to just jump it. I don't know. I don't see the advantage for me going back and forth across the room.
I don't think I'd be able to make it across without getting hit, but also I don't think like there's a whole lot of other options. Well, I mean, what's on the other side? Is it something we all need to go do anyway?
It's your mom. I don't know. I look around the corner.
Such love in
Fine.
this party.
You want information.
That
Alright, so above you see a room appearing to come to a dead end. Slanted walls, so the roof itself closes in. Do I have a draw tool here? Nope, I'm on the wrong tool again. To an almost pyramid shape, these 4 spots. I don't know if those dots are big enough for y'all to see. Yeah, kind of, sorta.
I got it. Yeah.
From which directly in the middle, a thin emerald light is shining down.
Sorry about that.
It's regular light, or it looks like regular light. It's not
It's
a different color.
It's a singular beam of emerald light.
Oh, emerald. Okay, sorry, missed that.
Which actually disrupts your dark vision, and you can see nothing else in the room.
Can I block that from my vision? Holding up a hand, looking more at the walls, and give it a little bit of time so I can see better.
From outside of the room?
Go to there.
Um,
And I'll trigger whatever.
As he steps into the room, you can all hear loud clicking sounds. Goes for about 3 seconds. And grinds to a halt. What you saw, Morris, was what looks to be the wall to your immediate left. This carved mural of a battle and pieces actually moving within the image.
Oh, then I won't hop out if that's what I see. Okay. Do I hear the clicking as well?
Oh, absolutely. For you, it's
Okay.
quite deafening, but they were
yeah.
able to hear it like at that volume.
Okay. I turn back. Whatever we need to get for the emerald stuff is down here. There's pretty pictures. It's storybook time. They move.
well, they didn't.
Okay,
Good
fine.
move.
You just run across.
Yeah.
I need 2 dex saves. 3 actually, as the piece of golem comes flying at you. Oof. Oof. It's almost like you're in plate mail.
Big oof.
Fortunately, the first one hits for only 2 damage. The second bolt hits you for 9. And the piece of golem hits you for 3.
14 damage. Good thing I put 8 up.
I did say to jump, just saying.
So from around the corner, Morris, you just hear, and it comes around comes Kite.
Hello.
So
Why are
chicken
you
jumping
upside
doesn't
down?
work.
So did we see what bolts of energy hit them?
Correct. She didn't jump. She literally just ran across.
Seeing Kite get shot, I look around when I step into the room, and then gingerly step over each of the lines.
I need dexterity saves. It's a good thing traps don't crit you unless they're making attacks, guys. The first bolt hits you for 8, Shiko. And the second one hits you for 10. As you guys watch this little cat just get battered.
So, because someone's skilled in traps, please try to disable whatever that was.
Yeah, I think I got it. You hear from around the corner.
I don't think you do. 2 people just got hit.
Well, don't walk through it.
Someone's
I don't know.
over it.
I believe
Where
you
are
had
you?
8 temp HP from aid. Shiko?
What aid?
when you got here.
cast
Yeah, Kite cast. That's why I said 8. It says 8 on your sheet.
How many HPs was that?
5.
Where's
But it's-
Morse's character? Is someone on top of him?
It's
He's
No,
over
I'm
in
around the
Texas.
corner.
HP. It increases
I
your
don't see
maximum by 5.
I still cough up
Oh,
a
is
little
that
blood
Morse?
from
I was
getting
pretty
punched
sure
by
it's-
some arrows.
Cough up some bone dust.
Yeah, just dust.
Petra, an athletics check, please. I assume you're trying to make both of them at once. With absolute style. It's less just jumping across, and it's more you manage to get a great deal of height on the jump. Landing oh so gracefully with a clattering of bones next to Shiko, who's somehow coughing without lungs.
So is anybody skilled at disabling traps?
You watched Mars try.
Yes.
Oh, did I? I was typing something.
That's why Kite
what
Kite got hit by a piece of golem.
Oh, okay.
I've trained long and hard. I'm opening my own school.
You didn't say what. It's still going.
Can I study the magic in the trap to see if I can disable it?
You're welcome to try. Now, I would safely assume both Kite and Petra would not let poor little Shiko stick her head back in front of this magical, arcane energy lobbers.
I'm just looking from here.
Never mind, they're apparently busy striking a dramatic pose.
Yes.
But, Shiko, you catch no, hide or hair of how this is supposed to work.
Okay.
But it's about this time you all can hear cluck, 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 echoing from down the hall. Let's get that.
I mean, if Jacob really seems too scared to go over the trap, the dexterity, I can do enhanced ability and give him cat's grace. That'll give him advantage.
Okay, sure.
Or,
Does that give advantage to saving throws too, or just checks?
check.
Oh,
But also, you don't take damage 20 feet and then you don't get incapacitated. I could give you advantage on strength check, but there's still not athletics as the skill.
that doesn't really help much.
It would affect athletics.
Would it?
Let me double check.
I was gonna
here.
say straight dex and strength checks are not really used that much.
All skill checks are ability checks.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I forgot about that.
Yeah. It just
Alright,
depends on
sis,
what
if
you
you
think
could-
you know. What do you think you need advantage on?
Leaping is athletic, so try to give me a bonus to my physical. Well, I don't say leaping is legs, but I say, sis, if you could give me a boost to my leaping power, which is athletic, which is dexterity. I mean strength.
Cast jump. He flies
Yeah.
into the ceiling.
Cat's grace.
No.
After seeing the
It's
cat.
bull strength.
Dex.
Strength.
Oh, you want bull strength? Alright.
Yeah, athletics is strength. Sorry, I missed it.
Don't worry. I'm not gonna let you get misbuffed.
Thank
I
you.
boop you.
Okay.
For a second, my hand looks like that zombie bear paw for a second.
Okay. And then I attempt to leap across. I take a few
That's
steps
why
back.
that's your option.
Take a few steps back and leap. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, what I need two athletics checks, Matt, or just one?
Just the one.
Okay.
At advantage.
Unless you want to step in between the two lines.
All right.
20 and a 19.
You come landing gracefully after quite the high jump,
Oop.
leaving Roan behind.
Well, actually, I need to do it to myself too.
Well, is it concentration? It's
But
concentration.
it's concentration, but basically I cancel it off of you
Okay.
and do it on myself because you only needed it enough to get past
Yep.
it. Where's my Mac? Where's my Mac? There it is.
If you take a running jump, you can leap further and faster. Knowing that I'm the more athletic of the two, most likely. Thinking I am.
She runs around as a burr all the time. But she does not quite make it.
I'm used to being a bear, so when I'm not a bear, I'm like, oh fuck. Oh wait, I'm not a bear. Fuck.
Alright, so I need a dexterity check, just the one. No, so save.
Oh, okay.
I'm not used to not having, like muscles and stuff.
So with that being a save be a higher roll? By it wouldn't be a significant enough amount. Take 3 force damage as you come tumbling next to Petra with a less than graceful jump.
Careful.
Oh no, I got a chip on my skull.
I thought you were going to say you got a chip on your shoulder, and I was going to be like, oh, God.
And as Roan crosses, the 2 lines shoot all the way up to the ceiling with an emerald fire.
Wonder if that lit the green aura in the other room.
I also don't want to alarm anybody, but Maris is upside down.
He's been walking
Yeah,
on his
how
hands
about
this
that?
whole
Upside
time.
down.
Didn't you notice?
Oh, that's why it was odd. I'm not zoomed in far enough. What's wrong with walking on the ceiling, guys?
I
Is
thought
that
he was just
normal?
using spider climb or something.
Nothing, I
I don't know.
suppose.
I'm not possessed at all.
We are skeletons.
And then nothing with the dark arts. So, if you'll just follow me this way, it is moving picture time. I like to call it the movies.
The ceiling caves in.
Putting damage.
Oh.
Rocks fall,
I
everyone
think that never
dies.
kept on.
So
Y'all
stepping in the
covered in
room,
collarbone dust.
you have the aggressive sound of the clicking of some stone mechanism, and sure enough, immediately to your left, which is actually difficult to see as being near this beam of light cancels out your dark vision, but you can see what looks to be this motif of a battlefield. At a glance, what looks like 10 or so individuals holding off a horde of some demonic incursion. Kite, I need a wisdom save. As you step adjacent to the light.
Don't head towards the light. We're only skeletons.
Alright.
Ah.
Kite, you fall inert.
Was Kite blinded by the light again?
You all watch, like, Kite's walking in, looking around. Suddenly, like, shoulder brushes against the emerald light and just pile of bones.
Did it just
pull
murder
the-
Kite?
Pull the bones away.
Just taking a
Hopefully
nap.
not.
A dirt
Is
nap.
is
We'll
Kite's fire still there?
find out. I'll move around Chico and then drag him out.
You see no sign of Kite's fire.
Oops.
It murdered Kite.
I try healing word because we. Oh no, I think we did do that before, didn't we? It worked. It did work.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, because we amended the clause. I try it. Boop him on the forehead.
Not a valid target.
Poke, poke. The number you have dialed is disconnected.
Didn't it work before?
He wasn't
Yes,
inert before.
but they were wounded, not bones.
But they're in a different kind of state here now. So
Yeah.
apparently that's affecting it. So what are they?
Yeah.
What are they doing? They're just like standing there frozen. I'm sorry,
No.
I
He's
was.
a pile of bones.
Oh,
Kite is not currently present. Please hold.
they meant
Possibly-
literally a pile of bones. Oh,
They are
gotcha.
literally a pile of bones. Yes.
Gotcha.
He's what plot.
Possibly transported somewhere by the light. I don't know. I don't feel like touching it to find out or climbing in it.
I'm gonna grab the bones and start heading towards the front room.
You need a bag.
Maybe.
Keep a bag so you have a bag of bones.
The murals are basically all the same. They're all about 10 or so creatures defending against demonic creatures.
Correct.
It's
Can
a
I
lot of
tell what-
creatures don't look like skeletons.
There are
do they?
different stages of battle. Mind you, you've only been able to see the two walls in general. The left wall depicting them in what appears to be almost stereotypical backs against each other, hold off. Across from that, you can see that a handful of them have fallen, and their comrades are standing over the bodies, trying to defend them.
Yeah, I'm going to take a bit of time to try and make sense of the pictures, study them. Are the creatures, they seem to be the same in each one. Can I tell what type of demonic creature? Having a little bit of knowledge of them.
That would be a religion check.
I don't pay attention in class.
That's how you identify demons.
The bad
What
thing.
about the non-demons?
Yep.
So which picture are you specifically looking at?
Probably now the one right beside the lower right.
Okay.
I'll turn to that one first.
You hear what sounds like more of that stone clicking. As Petra, you apparently are leaping back over the
Yeah, I was carrying
through
maybe.
the wall of fire.
Oh, never mind.
It's currently a wall of fire.
Correct. When Zerone crossed, they shot up to the ceiling. Horned demons of you can tell that they are consistent, as if this is some sort of a unit. the individuals defending against are humanoid at best glance. Your vision is definitely getting skewed as shadows and the motif is itself moving. At a glance, it looks like there is one individual attempting to retreat within the image.
So is it the light, the fact that it's green, making it hard to see in here, or it seems like something else is going on that makes it hard to see?
It's, as best you can tell, likely an effect of the light itself. Less that because it's green and more because of it.
I try casting Fairy Fire in the room. There's a 20-foot cube, which I guess doesn't catch all the room.
The room now has a beautiful insert color glint here.
Basically centered there, right between me and Kite. Violet. Violet sounds good. Casting green would seem weird. Does that help?
I mean, there's a glint to it, so you can now mostly see more of the same. The motifs to the north are currently unchanged, as best you can tell. You haven't heard any grinding or clicking from there. And more so, every time you try to look at it, you can't make heads or tails of what the scene is. It's as if the image it's in your head is there's this disconnect. Kind of like trying to figure out a half painted scene before the artist is done.
So we saw two others. Did the lower right and the right one start to move as I was walking around the room?
The left started when you first got in, and the right started once Kite went inert.
Okay. I mean, one option is to see if the light actually takes you somewhere that you can do something and return from, or it just straight up kills you. Unkills you? Re-kills you?
My thinking is that if you fail to solve the puzzle, you turn into bones. Well, I mean, inert bones. And then if we all fail, then perhaps it's a bad thing. But if one of us succeeds, maybe they come back. Thinking here out loud.
But Kite didn't fail to solve the puzzle, just stepped within the light.
Maybe you have to solve the puzzle. Maybe there's a puzzle here you have to solve before you step into the light.
Well, then come into the room and let's see if another picture activates. Because I'll walk around the room, but I don't think that they're activating.
I'm sure keeping a wide berth from the light, the northern two remain unchanged. Though as you return to the southeast, that one figure you noted looked like it was retreating appears to have turned and is back to staring towards the battle.
There's only 4 pictures, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. I was thinking there was one on each wall. I got you now. What you've been saying makes more sense. I mean, I don't know if there was some limit to the size of the parties this person was creating. If there was always at least 4, you had to get in here with 4 to trigger them all. But then again, I would have thought that we would have triggered 3. But I guess Chico's too small, only counts as a half. Or 3/4.
That's why it's a half painted picture. She's not powerful enough.
Yeah.
Oof. Gonna have to
Well,
write
but
that
she
one
didn't
down.
trigger one, right? One triggered when I stepped in. One triggered when Kite went clear towards the light.
Correct. Specifically when Kite touched the light.
So
Or
no touchy.
Jacob, you could come in and touch the light, and we could see more of the pictures.
Don't touch it.
I'm not touching that right now. I don't want to be just a pile of bones.
I'll touch it.
What could possibly go wrong?
Okay, so yeah, I'm assuming you set the bag of Kite down,
Yeah.
which is rather impressive considering it still has all the armor and whatnot in it. So it's a pretty hefty bag.
Very good at Tetris.
And you willingly stick your hand in to the light. Do you willingly fail to save?
Yes.
Okay. You too are now just a pile of bones.
See, told you not to touch it.
Okay, Jacob, you're next. Let's go.
No, you're
Keep them
next.
coming. Keep them coming. Single file.
Oh, nothing happening. Nope.
Do the pictures change?
One moment. Others get information first.
See, something happened. I'm not completely sending people to their death. I mean, I never claimed to be leader. I'm just the trap finder. And only the finder.
It looks like you found it.
Alright, so once Petra collapses into a pile of bones, the Shiko, as you're in the middle of trying to piece things together, you catch that another figure on that southeastern display begins to move.
Does the
I watch
figure
I
look
want to step
all like
into the room
Petra?
and avoid the light, though.
Oh, please don't talk over each other. I had someone ask me a question.
Sorry.
I'm curious if the figure looks like Petra that starts to move.
It looks like a humanoid.
Okay. It seems to just be moving as part of the picture, like combating the demonic creatures, or it waves to us.
I think that would be a whole new dimension.
Mm,
Okay, and you were saying, Jacob?
I was just saying I step into the room. Careful not to touch the light.
Okay.
I was just trying to see if there's a connection between people dropping inert here and the people in the picture moving. I mean, there seems to be some connection. What it is, I don't know. I'm just mostly getting more and more curious about what's on the other side of the light. I don't think anything's moving anymore.
Just those two figures in the picture.
How is it moving?
It's like really bad stop motion. Stare.
Yeah, I'm gonna stare at the really bad stop motion to see what all changes.
there just appears to be interaction between the creatures who have no coincidental relations to that failed whisper.
Yeah, I mean, I already asked if like it waves to us or anything like that, and that did not happen. So I'm assuming not.
Oh, Petra.
You can't delete messages
Nope.
either, so there's no way to.
No.
Nope.
I've had people like try to just.
But
type
so
stuff
far,
into
you
the
did
thing.
you did note that soon as she fell, another figure in that stop motion began to move.
Yeah. But that's it. That's the only change we saw was a second figure moving.
Correct.
Okay. But the first in the lower left, that whole picture was moving. Is it moving anymore?
It seems to keep resetting itself, standing back to back, and then moving almost to tell the story up to where the southeastern picture is, with 4 of the individuals falling in combat.
So can we tell the order of what the events are just by looking, or is it kind of vague?
These are the only 2 that have any perceptible details to them. Every time you try to look at the 2 northern walls, your eyes basically go cross. Your brain
Oh, okay.
brain starts getting fried trying to assess what they're supposed to be.
Does the southwest show the non-demonic creatures?
Yes.
Okay.
They're in the southwestern image. You see 10 humanoid figures standing against a tide of demons. As the picture begins to move, once you enter the room, and you give it a good bit of thought or awareness, you watch as the figure's position is overrun. 4 of them make a valiant stand and fall as the remaining 6 retreat back to, and then the picture then ties in to the southeastern, where the demons are still coming. But once again, there is this locked combat of the remaining individuals.
Wait, so 4 fall in the one picture, but 6 more fight on?
There were 10 to begin with, yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He counts as he points to.
I'm gonna try something. Chico, just watch for if any of those figures attempt to wave in some fashion. I'm hoping that another one moves, and I'm hoping another one waves. I will step in and touch the light.
Okay, and assuming willingly fail to save.
No.
Okay, then wisdom save,
What
please.
kind of wisdom? Probably gonna fail it anyway, but I'm still gonna resist it.
It's
I'm
like,
still not so sure about this.
it still stings. Ah.
I mean, I don't know for sure.
Stare at the 2 pictures.
As you watch Morris fall into a pile of bones.
Do I see someone waving in one of the murals as I now walk around the room?
It should be, well, I guess I was trying to say, like, the picture that we were looking at is what I was talking about when we saw a second creature move.
Which is where you would see a third begin to move.
It's just like a vague humanoid figure moving.
Correct.
It's not one of the soldiers. It's not one of the demons.
It's one of the defenders.
Oh.
As has been described for the majority of this description period.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just hard for me to visualize what's going on here.
Is it waving?
It's very difficult to tell because again, it's really bad stop motion. You catch its arms in weird gesticular patterns that maybe was waving,
Or just maybe really weird arm motion?
or maybe weird arm motions. which for
point at the
the
wall.
levity of me not trying to whisper to a million different people, that's what y'all see. To my other piles of bones.
I point at the wall and say, I think that the other three are in there now.
Yeah, it does look like it.
Why are there bones over here now?
Because the blue parts of them are in there.
So what do you think we should do?
I have no clue how this works. Either we could all go in there and be permanently trapped, or one of us could figure out how to disarm whatever this is.
Okay. The one to the the bottom left is the one where they're actually fighting and they're not falling. They're just kind of standing
Bottom
there
right.
fighting. Bottom right. I walk around the light and has anybody touched it yet? I reach out and touch the picture.
You don't want to touch the walls here.
Oh, you don't? Okay, as she says that, I pull my hand back. What happens if you touch the wall?
You vaguely remember Shiko exploding last
exploded.
combat, as she was overcharged, casting a
yeah,
spell.
Oh, yeah.
But that was specifically when she had touched a vein of ore in the natural cave a few rooms back, or natural tunnel.
Well, I'm in good health. I think I could survive something like that. So I will.
I step as far from him as I can.
Anybody else want to step back? Well, it's just the three of us.
Everybody else is dead.
Yeah, exactly. Or not necessarily. We don't know if they're dead or not, but they're So I touch the wall. I try to touch one of the people that's fighting.
Lacking proper tactile feel, your fingers wash over this crude, not exactly hyper detailed carving. It's a beautiful picture.
I try to poke the thing that may be waving in the stomach.
You find yourself poking stone.
Does it react at all?
You find yourself poking stone.
Does anybody have the ability to spell or get rid of magic? Look at Roan and Shiko.
You look at the person that is magic. Pretty sure if we dispelled it right now, they would all die. Permanently. And I don't have that spell.
I don't. Fire, enhance, ability, water, curing, healing, resistance, vines, conjure animals, protection from energy. That's all I do.
I can't really understand you.
I don't have anything that'll help.
All hers. Ah! Anybody else understand her?
She can't help you. You're fucked.
Okay.
Also, I tried to look at spells in the info thing, and it locked up my computer.
Okay. Shiko investigates further by sticking their head in the light. Okay. With a 21 wisdom save, briefly, Shiko, as you rip your head back, you are greeted with the mental picture of having very briefly been astride a battlefield, thereupon which you saw a horde of demons. But you did not fall into a pile of bones.
I gasp as I pull my head out of the magic light water. And then I'm like, so it definitely takes us into the tapestry thingy. I think we all have to jump in because there's like no other path.
Yeah, I don't think there's anywhere else to go.
Yeah.
I think it's the only option. Skill checks. What skills am I skilled in? Nothing useful here. Okay. Well, I say we all jump in and see what happens. Worst case scenario, we re-roll characters.
That's not the worst case scenario.
Hmm?
That's not
Worst
the
case
worst case
scenario, we're stuck in here forever.
Who said anything about rerolling characters, like, ever?
Okay. Roan, what do you think? We should jump in?
Yeah. Go ahead and I'll go last in case I need to like try and yank anybody back through. Yeah, I don't think I can do that.
Okay, I carefully step into the light. And I will, if I can get a wisdom save, I'll take it.
Okay. If you are attempting to resist the effect, you make the wisdom save. If you are going to go forward with the effect, you just fall into a pile of bones.
Do I get the feeling that if I resist, that I won't go into the tapestry?
I mean, that's what you just saw Washiko do.
I'm gonna do
That's
the
what
wisdom.
I just told you I did.
I'm gonna do the wisdom save, but I'm gonna actually fully step into it and just stand there.
Okay.
13.
You fail the save.
Okay.
You embrace the light a little too heartily. As I'm assuming Shiko, you follow up.
Yep.
With Roan taking up the rear, we will now describe the scene for everyone directly. As the right-hand crew, as far as our HUD goes, had already begun to try and motion almost like this slogging walk towards each other to reposition, frantic waving, gesturing, whatnot. You watch as the other three, with quite a bit of delay and deliberation, these humanoid figures become active, one after another. And as soon as the sixth figure becomes active, so too do the demons. For all intents and purposes, you now have 3 actions. So if you want to make yourself some tokens or just get this written down in some way, you have your standard melee strike, 1d20 plus 5. You have a standard attempt to resist, which will be 1d20 plus 3. And you each have 30 hit points.
What do you mean by resist? What are we resisting?
Resisting various effects. Effectively all of your saving throws, if required, will be a 1d20 plus 3.
I can't type apparently. That should be melee 1d20 plus 5, resist 1d20 plus 3, 30 HP, whatever.
Yeah, that's what I read.
That's what you read. I can't type apparently.
My computer froze. What happened?
And everyone just rolls a flat d20 for your initiatives. Please use large tokens.
Which ones we use?
I literally just said it. Next one will be a ban.
How do we roll d20 with our large tokens for initiative?
It would look like 1d20.
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
Nope, you don't get to see the ant tracker part. Let me post it on Discord. Because that's how code works. While having your token selected. That in brackets, obviously.
Why'd you not put it in brackets? It will mess up or something?
Because I was expecting it to do it if like hide the entire to actually roll it if I put it in brackets, but then it
Okay.
hit the ant tracker. Specifically these
Wait.
brackets.
Wait, do we have Is this supposed to be that wiggly bracket still in there?
As written in there, inside the straight brackets.
Gotcha.
Well, I'm last.
Wow, she
I'm
go.
right behind you. Oh
No,
God,
you're
we're
not.
already.
I did use the big token,
Mhm.
but for some reason it gave me a 6.
It is a straight D20.
Come on, Roan, get that first
I'm
turn.
working on it.
Yeah, I'm just saying, try to get a first
Like,
turn.
man, I know this was it's disorienting, but yikes.
Yeah. Let's see, she's gonna roll like a 20, natural 20. Nope.
I
My
gotta keep
brackets
waving
didn't
until I know they're
paste in.
here.
Yeah, put it in brackets.
I did it again with the brackets being slow.
You gotta do in brackets as well.
I did.
Did you do the one in Discord?
She'll
Yeah.
get it. Her commands take us a few minutes to get through. Just breathe.
16.
Let's
But
see.
it didn't go on.
It's dead.
Oh, it's because my computer unclicked my token.
You're already set at 16. You're fine.
Yeah.
Only one I'm not seeing. Oh, you already mathed it. All right. So one of the first ones in and the last one in are the only two able to like properly jump skins, so to speak. Let's see here. Gonna take me a second because I need to effectively hide y'all.
All over the place.
Now we're gonna try and make a small army of grids. We'll be here all day. I had a picture of just a grid to override this, but this will do. All right, so do
I typed it in Discord much more better. Because much more better is a good way of describing it.
blink blink.
I feel like if I typed it in roll 20, it would be buried.
How many damage does our melee attacks do?
That's a good question.
Are those
Some.
demons mice?
Those aren't the demons.
Are those us as the mice?
Save. Little by little, y'all will eventually have control of one of them. Save. So just like keep drag clicking until you do, and then move them. Just like a square or two, get them on the actually properly on the grid. Kite. And that should leave Jacob. Okay. If you want to put the little dot that represents your color on, so they're a little more distinguishable, entirely up to you. As looks like the sources for my demon pictures got nuked. Rip.
What's about the dots? Supposed to be us?
Now we are dot.
Now you are dots. I plan to make up the size of y'all. I'm just getting the map sorted here. This is where in real life I would, pull out the big handmade board. Be all like, look at this.
Ooh.
Those are very fat demons.
Are you fat shaming the demons?
And then he makes us mice, and then there's these big giant demons.
I was trying to find something that would like look like a tiefling symbol, just because my character's a tiefling, so
Someone
I
had
know
to
it
go and
tells me.
turn their token, I see. I wonder who.
Somebody did what?
Had to go and turn their token around. Askew.
Hey,
Oh, they're not. I thought they were mice at first, and then they were serious. No, they just look like mice. They're actually people.
now I can't get it from behind the bar.
They're not my token.
Alright. So, range is relative, but this is the current wave that you are facing. Place yourself oh so kindly within this box.
You okay?
Alrighty. That brings us to Petra and Roan.
They both pull it out.
Alright, what are we supposed to be doing?
You tell me what you would like to do. Again, range is relative. Assume that they are mutually charging as you are reacting. Rowan, as soon as you slipped into this body, you turn, look over your shoulder, realize you have a sword in your hand, and there is a army of demons charging at you.
Throw my sword and run. No.
I guess I'll go forward and start punching things.
I take a defensive stance. Let them come to us.
That's probably a better idea.
I got my sword ready.
Petra takes like 3 steps and goes, "Nah, I like that."
I just get my sword ready, like shift my feet, like I'm ready to defend myself.
Yeah, already a punch or something getting next to me.
A punch? You have a sword in your hand.
Oh, ready a sword.
Okay, for the record, you are not yourself. You look yourself up and down. You don't have your class features. You're not in your proper body.
Yeah, just kind
You
of
are
like,
actually
well, I got a sword.
an individual in relatively familiar plate mail to what you all saw Kite wake up with.
Huh.
As these come swarming in.
Geese come swarming in?
These
That's what I heard.
Jesus fucking Christ, people! Get the wax out your ears.
Well, geese are demonic, so.
It's true. I was thinking that too.
Okay, 50 more spawn in.
Definitely not charging into all of them. There are that many.
What can a goose do a duck can't and a lawyer should? Shove his bill up his ass.
So the ones coming out, they are flying, is that correct?
They are swooping down into melee range, but yes.
Okay.
So purple gets hit for 4 damage. And red gets missed.
That's right, sucker.
Does my ready punch go off?
Correct.
Or cut, sorry. What?
That is a hit. It's a longsword damage. Versatile at this point, as you are able to look around the battlefield. There are shields, spears, etc. But this is what your units were currently equipped with. All right. You cleave in, and there's this weird, almost stony texture to the swing, but you make a point of doing some damage. Roan, you had prepared, but I don't believe. Let's see which one's Roan here. Probably the only one without a dot. Am I guessing?
I have an orange dot.
You have the orange
Yeah,
dot. Who's the
I'm
one
the
without a dot? You're the one without a dot. Okay. That brings us to the Chonker demons. This is as close as they get. That brings us to Jacob and Morris.
Do I feel I am myself, and like we're in different bodies? Do I still have my mind in terms of knowing languages, any ability to cast spells?
You have none of your class features, which includes the spellcasting feature.
Okay.
And I'm assuming that the three of you had, since you had plenty of time to try to do so, tried to speak, but no utterance of sound.
You're cutting out really bad for me.
Matt, you're,
Are you saying that we can't talk?
Correct.
Okay.
There's, in fact, when the one to your north made the attack, there was no sound that went with the hit.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely tried making noise at that point. Realized that. And you said there are like some spears and shields and stuff on the ground. Do I feel like I know how to effectively use a shield?
Yep.
Okay.
Basically, you're choosing to up your AC and lower your damage.
Oh, so we have like large swords.
You have long swords,
hand and a
so
half.
versatile. Yeah.
He didn't seem like that big of a threat. They missed me. I'm not sure really what that means, but I will swing away because they are still like hovering near us. Correct?
Correct.
Attack us. Okay, I'll go for it. I can remember how to make an attack. +5.
Yeah, 1d20 plus 5. 16 hits. For 1d10. Okay. So Red strikes a mighty blow. As we now come to the single digits.
I did. I thought you said.
Oh, Jacob, yes, you as well.
Yeah, I didn't. I'm also a single digit, but.
The super single digits.
Yeah.
The loneliest digits.
Okay. There's spears on the ground, right? I try to pick one up and huck it at a demon.
Okay. It remains 1d20 plus 5. Noted, Petra.
Oh my god, why can't I not type tonight? Like my fingers are going crazy over here. Okay. 23.
23 hits. That'd be 1d6.
No bonuses?
No bonuses.
Boom. 1 damage.
Alrighty. Staying where you're at?
Ugh, sorry, I was yawning. I do take a running throw.
Okay.
Get up and shit. Imagine my spear like barely clips it on the wing, on the finger, something.
It does that good old dramatic barrel roll.
Yeah. Okay, that's my turn.
Alrighty. Kite and Chico.
I'll just move forward and attack one in front of me.
Alrighty.
Nice.
A violent hit for I'm assuming you are two-handing your sword. 1d10.
Mhm.
For 9. You cleave this one in twain with the assistance of your comrades.
All right, that's all.
Okay. I'm going to attack the one next to purple.
Okay. Come charging up and assist your ally. 14. It manages to dodge out of the way.
That's why you don't give wizards swords.
Gandalf used the sword. Just saying.
Gandalf doesn't count, he's immortal.
So, at the end of the round, you see what looks like a green streak barreling out of the sky, well off the range of the map here. For our Warcraft players, picture the good old Infernal Comet. That brings us to Petra and Roan.
If I go forward, can I reach this one demon that's up here closest to us?
The one that's, if you move forward, yeah, you can reach it.
I'll hit on the other side. And I was waiting for them to come running to me, but they didn't, so.
There are people slightly more in front of you.
Yeah. D5 to hit?
1d20 plus 5.
It flashed for a minute, and now.
The latter, Mars. An 18 for 1d10 damage.
Oh, there it goes. Got a bracket. Apparently Steam's running in the background, so that might be why I'm delayed. Five.
Alright, that with the assault from purple earlier was enough to put this one down. As more swoop in. This is going to be all against orange. Fortunately, they cannot breach your plate mail. This is against yellow. Again, cannot breach your plate mail as they claw and clamor and try to overwhelm you. You see that there are more coming from the skies. Chunker Squad is going to move. Yes, that is now officially their squad name.
He chonk, he chonk, he chonk.
That brings us to Jacob and Morris again.
Charge forward to this one and melee attack. 18.
18, 1d10 damage.
5.
Okay.
Are they still up in the air in terms of being like on opposite sides? I don't remember if you can actually flank and get some bonus in 5th edition or not.
There's no flanking. No.
Okay.
It's like an optional rule or something that you can, if you want, but most people don't use it anymore. I don't think.
It tends
Yeah,
to
I
hurt
guess
your players more than it helps.
Yeah.
Seeing that then that one's only wounded, I will circle around past Jacob, aka Blue, and attack the same one.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Petra. I was not actually aware you were back.
Yep, I'm back.
Yes, you do get your swing in.
Okay.
Aris, unfortunately, your form is a little off in this form.
Too heavy. Stupid swords.
Petra, it narrowly dodges you. That brings us to the 1 squad. I do like, by the way, that it's 16-16. 4-4. 1-1. Like, I didn't intend for y'all to be grouped for combat, but it does accelerate things a little.
I'll go ahead and swing at one of the demons next to me.
Okay, which one?
The one on the right of the board. The
Okay.
further right one.
And Shiko? 17 will hit.
Can I go after that one?
3 damage. It is still up.
Yeah, I don't know how to use this weapon.
You swing the exact same way as you did before and go, no, that's not working.
I'll try stabbing next time.
And from where that green light, you see another swarm. Come off as we come to the end of round. Bringing us back to purple.
I'm going to try stabbing.
Stabbing worked. And
Stabbing works really well.
Stabbing worked quite efficiently. As you run it through and slam it to the ground, stomping on its throat to draw your blade free and prepare for the oncoming rush. Roan, you're up.
Let's try to stack the one to me since there's a lot of them coming in now. One that's closest to my sword.
Alrighty. Ooh, I see that, Jera. We're gonna go ahead and start moving Chunk Squad up while we're waiting on her roll to come through. And rolling the one attack that I know will still be alive. A 19 does hit.
Excuse me.
As the one to your north will miss you once your turn is done. So a 1d10 damage.
Can you ignore the extra roll because I'm just making a macro that does the whole thing.
No worries.
Well, it goes.
A But that will bring us, while waiting on her, damage to Jacob and Morris.
I take a quick scan of the battlefield. Are there any hand axes or short swords laying around?
Yeah, there are your very plain martial weapons.
Okay. I grab a short. I pick a short sword up off the ground, and then I swing my long sword one-handed.
Okay. Noted, Ron.
That's a 2.
Which means that there was one more attack up there, which also misses. All right, Morris.
Yeah, I will try to down this one again. It's 16 to hit.
16 to hit does hit for 7
7
damage. Which this one was nicked before, so it is also down. Flip.
I don't know how exactly the actions are working, but if I have time seeing Jacob grab and being looking to dual wield them, I think that sounds like a promising idea, assuming that my body, trying to search my mind of what I am capable of doing now, I would look to pick one up as well.
You're more than welcome to scoop one up. It's definitely not something this form is trained for, but could be worse.
Nothing else, I guess I'll see how it goes. Maybe foot back.
Now keep in mind, without a feat, we would need to have 2 short swords or 2 light weapons. I think, wouldn't you, to dual wield?
Your offhand needs
I
to be
don't
light.
know.
Yeah, you're offhand.
Isn't a short sword light?
I believe so.
Short sword is, but long sword is it?
Right, but if you just said offhand needs to be light.
I'm fairly sure.
Is it?
It's been a minute.
I don't know.
Something great weapon fighter is just so much better. Damage throughput, so I never commit to memory because no one dual wields in our group.
I don't have the feat for great weapon fighter. I don't think. Great weapon master.
I was just on that page about.
I thought about it for Wednesday's upcoming, but
No, you got to take the attack action with the light melee weapon that you're holding in one hand. You can use a bonus action to attack with a different light.
Yeah, the feat
melee weapon.
feat lets it be non-light.
Yeah, they're holding in the other hand. So both got to be light.
okay, so it won't work.
Also, you can throw with one of them instead of attacking normally.
That is true.
If it has the thrown property.
Okay. Yeah, I'm standing there with 2 swords,
Okay.
weighing them, swinging them, realizing that this is probably not going to work.
Alrighty, that brings us to Kite and Chico.
Alright, I'll just attack the demon that's still next to me.
And I'm gonna step forward and attack this one.
16 will hit. Okay. Chico went and saw Petra stab, and you're like, you know what? Stabbing works.
Does crit do automatic max damage?
No, it's double dice.
So 9 damages to this guy.
Alrighty. It is winging it, but it's still hanging in there. These are going to swoop. And right behind them, another group is going to appear. Bringing us to Petra and Roan. A 14 whiffs, just so slightly.
I just realized I'm on push talk.
Like, man, she's just on autopilot over here. I'm assuming Roan is still BRB. Jake.
Did you say me?
Yeah, if you don't mind getting the roll in for her.
Oh, sure. I don't know
Keep
how to
things
roll
moving.
for her, but I'll just do.
It's you have the exact same roll.
I know, but I know how it would work. I can't do it on her. Oh, I guess I can click down here. Roan.
No,
There we
she's
go.
back just in time.
She's back. Okay. Coral, you back? Oh, there you is. She said back.
Yeah, Discord stopped working for a second. Log off and on you. Just back for more demons?
Yep. The southern one up there is quite wounded.
Alright, I hit it. I whack at it. I mean,
Back. She rolled a 10.
10 misses.
Okay.
But fortunately, so do all of the currently engaged flying demons. But Chunker Squad has made it to the melee. Mostly.
Are they just demons coming and coming
Yeah.
out of this portal?
Pretty much.
We need to use strategy. Picture Jacob yells out.
And no sound issues.
Oh, okay.
Hold my hand up to my ear. Yep.
So you just see Jacob like opening his mouth, like act like he's talking, but nothing's coming out.
Blue turns and yells at Red. Red just nods like, yeah.
yeah, sure.
Start giving a very long response. Lots of gestures with my hands.
Fortunately, they also can't roll for shit. But Jacob and Morris, you're up.
I was doing the same thing, just waiting for my turn, looking around. There isn't like a defined area for that red box that we actually see, correct? It's just where we were.
That's where you started. It's the it is effectively the hill you were defending, or potentially dying on. Who knows?
Yeah. And there's not like some marker or flag or something on the hill or on the other side of the field. Are they coming from a specific spot?
Every now and then you see them what looks to you like crash out of the sky. But aside from that, as you look basically off map eastward, you are fairly certain you can see the vague depictions of what appears to be some kind of temple. It's hard to make out, and it's almost like a charcoal sketch, unfinished to your vision, much like the way the northern motifs on the walls were. Just every time you try to look at it, you can't really make sense of it.
How far away does it seem it very roughly might be? Is it near or very far?
At least a couple miles.
Oh, okay.
Is there? You said something about a portal. Is there like a defined portal
No,
somewhere?
no
we
one
could-
said anything about a portal except
You didn't.
Shiko.
You did. You said they're pouring through. No, no. Maybe it was
I
Chico.
said portal.
And I said, and I quote, they are crashing out of the sky and appearing.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember evoking the image of infernals.
And I quote, my Warcraft players, it's like the infernal comet coming down.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I get it now.
Yeah, after looking around for a while, I kind of shrug. If there's another short sword to find, I want to grab it if it's nearby.
So, are you dropping the longsword?
If I see another short sword, yes.
Yeah, you're standing on a veritable cache of weapons, and you now
Okay.
realize dead bodies.
Sweet.
All wearing the same armor you are.
Yeah. That might be the only way to get out of here. I don't know. But I'll always try to take some of them with me. So I will step up and go for the flying one we have remaining that I don't think has been hurt. I don't think any of them has been.
Nothing in the southern engagement is currently injured.
And this, in theory, is right if I can actually attack with both of these. If not, we can adjust. I just did 2 +5s on the attacks and d6s for damage.
Mhm.
Okay.
You managed to nick a wing.
That's all I'm going to get in.
Jacob.
Yep. Give me a second here. I'm working on my post here. Just another second here. Go ahead and get this fleshed out so I can do it without typing it every time. Same thing as Morse. Attack 1, 17, damage 1, 5, attack 2, 21, damage 2, 6. Oh, I approach one of the enemies, of course. This one right here. No, let's go around and get this one.
Okay. When you hit with the first attack, it will counter hit.
Oh, it swings back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
For 9 points of damage as your second hit then lands, for a total of 11 damage to it.
Nice. That's my turn. Thank you.
Alrighty. That brings us to Kite and Chico.
Okay, I will attack Big Boy.
Big boy, okay.
Womp.
Womp womp womp.
Yeah, that's all.
That brings us to Chico.
Stab this guy.
The one that's already wounded. And it narrowly dodges.
Attempt to. Now he's dodging my stabs.
The learning! Alrighty. squads are going to swoop in.
Well, that was fun.
The first one manages to hit purple, shockingly. Misses yellow, misses red. So a whopping 4 damage to you, purple.
Ow.
No.
And that brings us to the top of the round with Petra and Roan.
I'm gonna stab the guy who's hurt.
All right.
But she's
I
what?
am not gonna stab the guy who's hurt.
Oh,
Nimble little shits, huh?
Maybe I'll try to hit him for you.
He's pretty messed up from that last attack.
Oh,
But
we're having a little. He's just extra dodgy when he's hurt.
right? All right. Well, he is going to attempt his swing back. Him and his buddy up there. That is against purple, and that is against orange, who just bites the dirt there and scrambles to its feet. So another 1 damage to you, purple. Then the one remaining southern member of the flight also rolls a natural 1. Just getting him out of the way for you guys. Don't worry about it. And now the Trunker squad continues to move in. These are both against purple. Wow. Wow, Trunkers. Just wow. For 8 bludgeoning from the one who steps up behind you. And then this is against red. For 5. And against blue. Misses.
it says miss or hit.
You have plate mail. Your AC is 18.
Okay.
Brings us to Jacob and Morris.
Good first, Morris.
And you just got punched in the
I-
back of the head.
Yeah. I guess I will. I don't remember if. Well, so moving in theory still provokes because I have to move farther. I will go with the one that yellow is facing the larger one.
Okay.
The chunky one. Since I have to move far.
Okay.
That didn't work well.
On your first hit, which does succeed for the 1 damage, it will turn and punch you in the gut. For 4 points of damage.
Doing good.
So, as you swing, it swings, you cut right into its arm. It seems to get the better of the exchange.
Okay, and then I will dual attack this one right here. An 8 and a 6. Ouch.
8, 4, 6. The 12
Oh,
actually
the other one.
hits.
That's right. Okay.
So, still reeling from your last blow, you roll back, attempting to catch its fist surprisingly quick. Your offhand narrowly glancing across its chest as it gives you another retaliatory strike for 7.
Okay. I will then attempt to just move, and if it gets a reaction, that's fine.
It just used its reaction, so.
That's what I was expecting. And I move as far north as I can to try to get to Roan. Or what? Well, I don't know
Again,
who's who.
you have no idea who's who.
I said that, yeah. I'm going to try to move just like right in melee right here.
Okay.
Is that can I move that far?
Yep.
Okay, move like right into the melee. That's my turn. Thank you.
Alrighty. That brings us to Kite and Shiko.
Gonna try and murder this guy again, since he is annoying me that he won't die. 22 hits, right?
22 for 8, yep. And that does bring him down, finally. He was too busy celebrating his hit against Purple. And caught him off guard.
Rude.
Alright, Kite. You just see Shiko dispatch one of the remaining flyers.
Okay. I will keep attacking Big Demon.
Okay. Alrighty. Its counter misses you as you bite into its flesh.
That's all.
Did somebody drop?
Yep.
Sound like they just got back. Alrighty. Brings us to the Swarm, who will swarm up around Red as Blue has freed up the front line for him. And that brings us to their attacks real quick. We're just going to work our way top down. So that is against Orange, misses. Against Purple, just barely misses. Against Blue, that manages to hit. 4. I now have the bug where I have one of the die rolls just like permanently moused over, apparently. So
4 damage.
4 damage. Those against yellow misses, and 3 are coming against red. 1, 2, and 3.
I got one.
Whoop. For 7 there to red.
Not dead yet.
I'm getting better.
No, I'm not gonna get better.
What's that?
I feel happy.
I need to
Happy.
refresh my page here because that mark won't go away. Which makes seeing what I type very frustrating. There we go. So much better. All right, brings us to the top of the round with Petra. In the distance, I will note, Petra, you see another squad of chunkers coming. And by another squad, roughly 20 of them.
I don't think we're gonna win this, guys. I can't say that. So instead, I just chucked the flying guy in front of me.
The flying guy, noted. All right, you just absolutely demolish him as he had come in for his attack, using his own momentum against him, carving him in half.
Cool.
Wait, I guess I'll smack this other fly one here. Above me. I'm thinking more along the lines of I need to clear a path. But I can't say anything.
You're attacking which one?
The flying one above me.
Okay. It is now injured. That leaves literally only the one remaining from the original flight. This poor guy. He misses. So begins the Chunker Squad. Starting against Pink. Did my roll not go through? What? There it goes. Alright, so it's 18 against Pink, 13 against Purple, a 27 against Blue,
Lovely.
21 against Red. This one will move in, and a 24 against Red. So that's 7 damage to Pink. Seven damage to Blue, 8 damage to Red, and 10 damage to Red.
I'm down.
All right. You are scattered in your consciousness across into the middle of the field there. Bringing us to Jacob and Morris.
Go ahead, Mars.
He's out.
I'm down.
Oh, okay. You said Jacob and Mars. Confused me. Okay, I want to take a 5-foot step back, grab a spear, and throw it at
5-foot steps aren't a thing.
Oh, they're not. I thought we homebrewed them in. Okay.
Nope, I tried to use them the first session
You
and
disengage.
murdered me.
Okay, like I literally thought that we agreed, but I guess not. Okay. Swing at this one right there. At least I'm not the first one to go down.
The
15 and 25.
both hit. They will get their counter swing.
Do I roll the die twice for the crit?
You do. You take 3 damage, which, if I'm scouting that
Yep.
correctly, is just enough. Which means actually you don't get the crit because you go down in the middle of it.
Oh, okay. All right. Big.
Because it counters off of the first swing.
Okay.
So as we come to Kite, you watch as 2 of your comrades go scattered across the field with heavy punches. All can witness this relatively familiar unholy energy upon this particular soldier's sword. Mars throwing you under a bus so hard.
At least I wasn't the first one to go down.
Ah.
That's the point. I didn't want to be the first one to go down, so I retreated. It's called a tactical withdrawal, my friend. It's very
Screwing over your friend. Not friends. Party member. We'll put it that way.
Ow.
I don't know who you are. You're just some random knight. I don't know who you are.
Exactly. I could have been your sister.
Go ahead, Kite.
Sister. Even more reason for me to throw one under the bus, my sister.
I'll grip my sword super hard and swing at the big guy again
Please roll at advantage.
at advantage. I'll just make it 2.
We'll learn you all the roll stuff.
18.
All right, 18 plus 5. Yeah, that's
23.
absolutely decimates them, and I mean literally decimates them. As you are all ripped out of the picture and back into your bag of bones, literally for one. As Kite, you wake up in a literal bag of bones.
Oh no, you guys did me like we did the other guy?
You are, for the record, you are currently disassembled, and your bones are trying so desperately to get to where they belong.
We were trying to protect you.
Are the rest of us awake and conscious and not dead?
You are all yanked back into your forms.
Gotcha.
So, for the record, only Morris and Jacob didn't get to see that.
Did you see what? Us being ripped?
No, what happened to Kite?
Battling,
Okay.
smashing.
All right. I stand up and dust myself off. Apparently, I guess if I'm not unconscious. And, that was weird. I look towards the
Opens
light.
the bag of Kite. The light is still there. As you all stagger to your feet, that is where we are going to fade to black.
Yeah, that was something.
That's an eventful session. I like that one.
The last thing we will know is Kite, as you are ceremoniously removed from the bag, and your body able to knit back together. The northeastern picture has indeed changed.
They're all dead.
There are only 4 remaining soldiers standing in front of the doors of a mighty temple, one of which
Yep.
appears to be holding aloft a glowing sword.
Yeah, we didn't ask to be put in a page.